We haven't set a subject to talk about. Sandra oftentimes has something on her mind that she wants to explore, and so we'll let her say what's on her mind, and then we'll move in that direction. Otherwise, I'll just take it my own way. So, what do you have in mind?
I think how we can integrate our bodies, spirit, and physically, spiritually, psychological to the earth, to the plants, the sand, the atoms that we belong to that we sometimes forget and we don't absorb it, the strength that they have for us.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay. So, what you're talking about is optimizing your body,
Yes.
and you're optimizing it both physically, mentally, and spiritually. And so, unless you embody a higher level of consciousness, a greater level of truth first, it's almost impossible to progress quickly. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So, so what we're going to do then, instead of trying to figure it out, instead of trying to identify the problem and then come up with a solution, what we're going to do is we're going to take the position that if we're looking for a solution to a problem when we don't know what the answer is, then we're the wrong ones to be uh, digging us out of that hole. You know, we're the one that needs help. And so the only way that you can get effective help is to know that you don't need it, to know that your life and everything in it that you've not enjoyed has been completely your fault. And so, in taking that responsibility, that all of your enemies would not have been there the way that they were and doing what they did unless you'd have been the perfect match for them. You know, so you were already the opposite before you connected, or you were exactly the same and then flipped poles and so became opposites. Whichever way, it doesn't matter. You know, you engaged somebody at that level of consciousness, and whatever effect that they had on you as a result was a direct result of the choice that you engaged with them, knowing who and what they were. So you don't get to play a victim when you know that you went into everything that you've ever done with your eyes wide open, even when you were going unconscious to knowing what the results were of what you were doing. So, so what the issue really is your experience of you. You're not experiencing yourself the way that you want to, and you don't change that quantumly through effort. You do it through realization. You do it through knowing and understanding. You do it through surrender. So when you find yourself in a trap, and when you find yourself locked up and um, stopped, when you find yourself stuck in negative emotions, you're way off base. And so you need to take some time and get quiet. Take responsibility for your condition, for your connections, for all your interactions, or all your pains and unconsciousness and trauma. And know that you did it all to yourself. And as you look and feel, and you notice more and more that that's actually true, that you did do it all to yourself. Even though the injury feels like somebody else stabbed you in the back, or hit you in the gut, or shot you in the head. You were the one that made them pull the trigger and gave them a bullet. But now it can be different. Because when you open to the knowing that if you'd have done things differently, things would have been different. So what happened was your responsibility. Now you can feel. You can feel your way to freedom. Because when you feel the barriers, when you feel the limitation, when you feel the blockages, when you feel them, you recognize them as your barriers. You put them in place. They can't hold you back. They're yours. You go, okay, what was this barrier holding back? Let's take a good look at that now. And the barrier goes away, and something comes up that you didn't confront before. And so you confront it now. Okay. There was something there. Good. And now it's gone. You confronted it. You took responsibility. You realized that you had hid from something. And you looked at it, took responsibility, and it moved on. And that's the process that you go through. You just keep looking and opening and experiencing and letting things move through. You're the one choosing to open. And choosing to open and experiencing whatever happens is how you fly free. You stay in the middle of the opening. In a state of, or a condition, or an experience of transformation. And you realize that it was all of your trying that was stopping you. Trying to be something that you already are. Stop trying. Just let it be true. Just notice the truth that's already at your core. Notice the light that's already inside. There you go. That's nice, right? Wow. Everything's moving, everything's flowing, everything's going away. All of the losses, all of the limitations, all the thoughts, all the ideas, all the silliness. Flowing out. Flowing on. Moving through. It's no longer stuck in you anymore. You're no longer damned. The flow is moving again. It's no longer bottled up in you. You're letting it move you and move through you. There. You find the barrier, you don't confront it as a problem. You go, oh yeah, this is my barrier. This is my creation. I wanted this to stop me. And then you just own it. Oh, I created this and I wanted to stop myself with it. Own it. Own your barrier. Own your damnation. You damned yourself because you wanted to. You wanted to be damned. And so you were. And this is what it feels like. When you know exactly what it feels like, then you're no longer damned. It starts flowing again. Damn grace flows through you again instead of around you. It flows around you and within you, and through you and for anyone else that's open. Let that be real for you, realized within your experience of your own body. So what do you really have to do? Do I really have to talk to you for an hour to get you to make a shift? Or can we just say, look, you know how it is. You know what works. You know that if you just say yes to everything that you are saying and no for spiritually, everything will start moving right away. And all you have to do is notice it, look at it, and approve of your opening, of your expression, of your expansion. Allow yourself to open and express and expand. You'll be better for it. All right. How much more can you open than this and be comfortable? Do it. The more that you know the pain inside you, the freer you are from it. It's not endless. It's over when you've confronted it completely. So keep moving out and moving in at the same time. Ever smaller and ever larger. Until you encompass everything that used to limit you, used to compress you, used to suppress you. How can it suppress you when it exists within you? And none of it exists outside of you. Your awakened truth, the consciousness of your awakened truth, digests your confusions, eats your unconsciousness, drinks the tears of your pains. Be who you are, and then open to the possibility, to the best possibility for you, and stay open and let things change. It's about that simple. So what I'd like you to do is focus your awareness on that. Focus on your opening and staying open. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever dissolves out of your body, dissolves out of your body. It was something that you needed when you were crushed. And if you're flowing and open again, you don't need it. So be open and allow the flow just to be free. Stay in the middle of the opening. There, yeah, like that. And as you notice, the things that come up aren't important when you're open and you stay in the opening. All of those dams, all of those thoughts, all of those beliefs, all of those problems, all of those barriers, they're just not relevant anymore. If there are any that are, then you handle them quickly and easily. You might have been shut down your entire life. And of course, if you were, it doesn't matter. It only matters that you can confront everything about yourself. Feel it until you know it and understand it. Until you encompass it, all of it. Feel it. Feel yourself so that you know everything about yourself, so that you know everything that's relevant to you. Open and feel it. To stay open is difficult. There's so many things that we've allowed ourselves to be shut down by in the past. And each one of them wants to choke us a little bit as it leaves. Seemingly. It just means you open wider, so the flow is easy. open wider. And allow grace to flow as you. Now that could be tough dealing with some of the people that I know that you know. But, you know, there you are. Be graceful anyway. Always move for the highest good. Okay, I think we're in a pretty good spot right now. Is there anything else you'd like to know or say?
I feel free. I feel different. I feel responsible of my.
One of my friends calling in. So good. Well, thank you, Sandra, and we'll talk again soon. This is gonna post on YouTube. It's live. There's nobody watching it right now, but you can watch it tomorrow if you want to. So, are you there? So, yes.